Hey everyone, this is Black Binder, and welcome back to the Let's Play of Tales of Maj'eyal with the Cultist of Entropy. Alright, last time we left off, we died from some bullshit. We're down to 0 lives. We're at 0 lives on paper, but we've actually got more lives so long as I can make it to level 25, I think. 25 and 34, I get another life. And then also I've got Blood of Life and the Fanged Collar. So right now I have... You can't really count on Blood of Life or Fanged Collar, though, because you don't get to reset the fight. You just get rezzed with all your sustains off and life and mana. You have some life and mana. So we do want to play it carefully until we get that extra life. This guy's a Mind Slayer, but we are long past the point where they're going to be too dangerous. They're just durable. I say as he lives through literally everything that I can shoot at him. Alright, we got Cold Drakes. This is one of the problems with Daikara. You're going to get, these are like base enemies, and they have Warmic abilities. So Ice Breath itself, 240 damage in a huge radius. It's 10. So if you run into 2 of these things, they're going to both hit you. It's not going to be for 240 damage, but it'll be close, and they both hit you at the same time. Like, you can come around the corner and get 2 of them to the face. And then Ice Claw. This actually... I think they lowered the damage on this, because it should be a lot more than 170% weapon damage. But on a Wormic, this would be like 360% weapon damage as ice damage, or something like that. Something crazy like that. This Cultist, you can kill her if you want. I don't think I'm going to, just because the person that it spawns has Meteoric Crash. Ow. What the hell did you hit me for? Oh, the Soul Rot, which is a slower projectile, hit me at the same time as his Bone Spear, which is quicker. But anyway, yeah. She has Meteoric Crash, and it can do a huge variable amount of damage, so I'm just not going to bother with it. Alright, we're confused. Let's get rid of some of that, and then run away. Is that Raingolf? No, Polera. Let's get rid of our Entropy, because I don't like it. Keep Dark Whispering him every chance we get. Void Burn. We can't summon another, guy, another Herald, because we already used it not too long ago. Why are you not dead? Alright, what's he? Can't tell. Just blow him up then. Oh, somebody ran into us. Daunting Presence and Intuitive Shots. So, Daunting Presence, he's a Berserker or a Bulwark, but also Intuitive Shots is what makes him a pain. We need to get away because he's an archer. Gosh, dang it. Spatial Distortion back here. And then hopefully daze him. I just freaking used my Cacophony on accident. Alright, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to shield and then just run. I need to reset this fight. Okay, nope, maybe not. Alright, let's get down here. Let's wait till they get closer. Actually, I might be able to blow him up from this position. What's he got? Were they fighting or something? Or had I hurt him previously? Because he was really close to death. I was going to try to blink through the wall. If I would have been able to get them both near me in the corner, I could blink and then put me on the other side of both of them and run away. But I ended up not needing to. Alright. Now, to get the best item possible, you want to kill one of these cultists and then let all of the other ones finish the ritual. But like I said, we're not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. And then at the end of the timer, it will summon a decently strong... is she a corruptor? I don't remember what kind of boss she is, but it's just the meteoric crash that makes her too risky, especially with as many lives as I've already given up. Alright, we got a temporal explorer. Oh, but are you me? So I was right, this is not my original time thread. Please help me. I'm afraid I lost myself in this place. I know there is a temporal portal left around here by a friend, but I have fought too many battles and I fear I will not make it. Would you help me? Would you help yourself? Sure thing. Ouch. Let's run away. Get a void monolith there. Somehow she died. Okay. Whatever. I don't know what bonuses she gave anyway, so I don't know how good or bad it is that I didn't save her. It's not likely that I would have anyway, though. Especially with a Rand boss right here. A Rand boss with shadows that don't care that I'm in front of the lady or not. They just would have teleported around me anyway. I'm pretty sure my herald is up in there somewhere. I can't see, though. Is it magical? No, it was twisted darkness or whatever the doomed gets. So... let's go Void Monolith. Actually, nope, they are all dead. Most of them are dead. Gotta watch out for these guys. Let's look at it again. I know I've shown this before, but Throw Boulder. Range 10. Throw a huge boulder, dealing 255 physical damage and knocking targets back 9 tiles within a radius of 1. And it's got a cooldown of 3. So, he could have already used that on me by now. He just has decided not to. And there, he went ahead and did it. Problem is, those guys are pretty common in here, so you can, you can end up running into like 3, 4, 5 of them at once. In the monster village, even more than that, so. Oh, that was a soul rot that we just sidestepped, thankfully. Alright, I need to get away from this guy. Because he's got guns. Alright. I will do the giant village. I've got a pretty good track record with it, not dying on it. So, feel pretty confident even though I don't have any actual lives right now. Right? Nope, we're still at 0. Alright. This guy, I want him to come around the corner so I don't just eat his boulders. See, that's why I can hit him and he can't hit me just yet. Thank God they sometimes prioritize moving over hitting me. Alright, Utter Cold. We got to be careful with this guy. Why? Utter Cold. Surround yourself with Utter Cold, increasing all your cold damage by 12%. That's okay. And ignoring 53% cold resistance of your targets. So... and he pierces ice blocks too, so if he freezes us, he basically can just hit us for free. So let's get out of his AoE cold thing and just try to kill him before he decides to throw some cold at us. There we go. And we leveled, awesome. There we go, we got one of our lives. It was at level 24, not 25. Temporal Stalker, they're usually difficult, but for some reason he's almost dead already, thankfully. We're going to blink away from him, give us a little bit of time to think. Alright. Come on, I want to look at my level, please. We should be able to get, yes, awesome. From below it devours. Your affinity with things that dwell deep beneath the surface allows you to summon a hungering mouth. The mouth has 266 bonus life, lasts for 5 turns, and deals no damage. Each turn the mouth will draw all enemies in radius 10 2 spaces towards itself. Its bonus life depends on your constitution, stat, and talent level. Many other stats will scale with level. Now, This is basically a supercharged version of Black Hole, and I don't need any entropy to use it. I can just use it right off the start, and I don't need a target either. So I really like this spell. Let's go ahead and put one more in this. Oh, darn it. Another point will give me another turn, so I might actually take that to 5 out of 5. I don't know yet. But let's check out where do we want to put that. Let's do it where? Well, I guess we'll just leave it there for now. I don't know what hotkey I want to put it on. Crystal Shard, it's a staff that can summon 2 non-moving caster pets, but they both suck, so. Alright, we're dazed. Let's run away so he doesn't automatically stun us, even though he might not be able to. Put our dude here. How much life does he have? 888. So basically 900. That will go up over time, even without us putting any more points into it, which I will, just because it's such a decent skill to have. Ow! They have Mind Slayers. They have a huge AoE fire spell that they like to use. There we go. Good job. I'm actually curious now that I said that. I wonder if I actually do need a target. Yeah, I do. Do I want to bust out of this? No, I don't. Let's just let him shoot all of his spells real quick. Alright, now we can shoot him back. Normally that is more effective on something that is not an Archmage. That was an Archmage. They have really, all the beams he was shooting me with was like a 3-turn cooldown, so not exactly the smartest move to just sit there and take it. I will take Heroism. Let's actually see if they've changed it first. Activate the infusion to endure even the most grievous of wounds for 5 turns. While Heroism is active, you will only die when reaching negative 255 life. The duration and life will increase by 1% for every 1% life you have lost. Currently 255 5 duration. If your life is below 0, when this effect wears off, it will be set to 1. Oh, so it doesn't even have the stat bonus anymore. It used to give you like plus 20 stats usually, and it was useful for getting prodigies and stuff, so I'm not even going to take that now. Ethereal. Activate the rune to become Ethereal for 5 turns. While Ethereal, all damage you deal is reduced by 50%. You gain 19% all resistance. You move 44% faster. And you are invisible with a power of 17, so people will be able to see you anyway. Not bad, but again, if I need to move faster, it needs to be a lot faster than 44%, so. Let's check out the Crystal Shard. Decent spell power, not enough damage. Let's look at these potent staff. Nope, still nothing close to 30%. We need, right? Or no, ours is, yeah, we're still using the 30% staff, but I do need to check out this one for darkness. Yeah. How much spell power is on this? 13? Okay. Skin of Many gives you less stealth, not more. It gives you minus mastery for stealth. Then some life and infravision, so not great. That's funny, it gives you worse stealth, but then it gives you infravision, and infravision is used for stealth. Like, you want to have infravision over light radius if you're stealthing. Or at least you used to, I don't know if that's the case anymore. Ooh, we got spell crit 10%. Not bad. What is the one we're using? You know what? spell crit and crit multiplier, but that's it. We also have some penetration, darkness penetration, and armor. Alright, yeah, I'm going to take that over that. I don't like getting rid of spell power, but there was just too many decent secondary stats that I need that one. Or I wanted to choose that one. Ooh, a bright brass lantern, plus 6 light radius. Just a second. Once again, my cat was yelling at me to let her out. I swear, if I put her outside before I start doing this, she'll whine to be let back in. There we go. Just checking if my desktop audio was still recording. It is. Alright, well, how do I want to do this? I don't have... Did I already use Frenzy? Yes, I did. There we go. I did my Prophecy of Madness twice just to get the Herald to spawn. Let's go ahead and use our From Below It Devours. Keep them all there for 4 turns. Let's heal up. Did he Chill of the Tomb me? No, he didn't. Oh, nice. He is a Sun Paladin and an Anorithal. Ouch. Alright. Let's go ahead and throw that there. Daze him so we lower his damage. And then just keep shooting him because we can't give him a chance to heal like that. There we go. I was okay because I had low life, but I had a 350 reflection shield on. Okay, what do we got here? He's a boulder thrower, but he is also a... I'm pretty sure Furnace is... I'm going to check it out. I'm pretty sure it's a Saw Butcher. Yeah, Overheat Saw, so he is a Saw Butcher, but that's okay because he's far away. Let's just keep him there and we don't have to worry about him. Saw Butchers are melee people. And there's another one, but he is also okay because he is just a Sun Paladin. Alright, if you notice there, they both hit me with Throw Boulder, so I got another turn before I get hit by it again. From Below It Devours. Let's keep you up here. Heal ourselves up to full. Sometimes when they throw boulders, they can hit you twice. I think it has to do with being knocked back, though, so I shouldn't have to worry about it since I've got my back to the wall. Alright, we are out of ways to heal. Nope, right here. 204 shield, but we do need to run away because don't want to stand next to a Saw Butcher. Ouch. Let's teleport away. Shield ourselves. I can't see anybody, but I don't want to take the chance. Okay. Prodigies are powerful talents with unique requirements that cannot be unlearned. Alright. We reached level 25. That means we get 2 class points and no generic points. So where do we want to put them this time? Let's go ahead and get Black Hole up to the final level. And then... this is where we need to start making choices. Let's go ahead and raise up Void Stars a little bit. That way we can reduce the burst damage we're taking. And then, how much time we got? We're at 20 minutes. That might be enough time to go over some of the Prodigies, maybe. I don't know. A lot of them... Alright, I will gloss over the strength ones and any of the other ones that I don't think are going to be any good use. That way we can cut down on the amount of time. I don't see any of these. Yeah, none of the strength ones look like they've been changed. Automated reflex system. A small automatic detection system is always looking for incoming projectiles. When one is about to hit you, it injects drugs into your system to boost your reactivity, granting you 1 free turn every 5 turns. All right, crafty hands. No, that is for if you're going to be using gems. This is good. It lets you put them into helms and belts as well. So basically that's worth 18% damage. You can get 2 9% damage gems, I think. Each time that you make a melee attack, nope, we don't need flexible combat. Roll with it, we don't need swift hands. This could be useful, but probably not. I heard they nerfed it. I don't remember. You have very agile hands. Swapping equipment sets takes no time, nor does equipping and unequipping items. The free item switch may only happen once per turn. The cooldown for equipping activatable equipment is removed. Okay, so I think it's the free item switch may only happen once per turn. That's the nerf part. You used to be able to switch more, maybe. I don't remember. Wind touch speed, we can get this, but it would take a huge amount of setup, and we don't really need the permanent global speed. You are attuned with nature, and she helps you in your fight against the arcane forces. You gain 20% permanent global speed and 10% cooldown reductions, and you do not trigger pressure traps. All right, subcutaneous metallization. When your life dips below 50% of your total life, an automated process turns some of your lower skin layers or other internal organs into a thick metallic layer for 6 turns. While the effect lasts, all damage done to you is reduced by a flat amount equal to 100% of your constitution. This effect can only trigger once every 10 turns. Now, 100% of your constitution, you could probably get it up to 120. So that could be good, but I've never built a high constitution character, really. Except for my alchemists, and then I'm not really building for constitution. It's just the last thing that I need, or it's the last thing that I can actually use. Your back, spine of the world. Your back is as hard as stone. Each time you are affected by a physical effect, your body hardens, making you immune to all other physical effects for 5 turns. I like this one, pretty much on everybody. Never stop running. While this talent is active, you dig deep into your stamina reserves, allowing you to move without taking a turn. However, this costs 12 stamina for each tile that you cross. No, I've never used that, probably never will. Fungal blood. Fungal spores have colonized your blood so that each time you use an infusion, you store 46 fungal power. You may use this prodigy to release the power as a heal, never more than 88 life, and remove up to 10 detrimental magical effects. That's pretty nice. But there aren't very many magical effects that you really need to get rid of. There are a few, though, like Burning Hex. No, wait, Burning Hex is mental. Is it mental or magical? I don't remember. Well, whatever. The Necromancer Banes, those are magical, but again, they're reapplied every time you move within the circle, so I don't know. Fungal power lasts for up to 6 turns, losing the greater of 10 potency or 10% of its power each turn. The amount of fungal power produced and the maximum heal possible increases with your constitution and maximum life. Eternal Guard we would never need. It's for shield users. Your body hardens and recovers quickly. When pushed below 30% life, you instantly restore 40% of your total life. Draconic Body, that's pretty good. Corrupted Shell. Thanks to your newfound knowledge of corruption, you've learned some tricks for toughening your body, but only if you are healthy enough to withstand the strain from the changes. Improves your life by 500. I think they increased that. I thought it was only like 150. Your defense by 7, armor by 6, and your armor hardiness by 20%, and your saves by 7. As your natural toughness and reflexes are pushed beyond their normal limits, your saves, armor, and defense will improve with your constitution. So, really the only reason you'd be taking that is for the 500 life. Bloodspring. When a single blow deals more than 15% of your total life, so with us that would happen quite often, I would think. A torrent of blood gushes from your body, creating a bloody tidal wave for 4 turns that deals 163 blight damage, heals you for 50% of the damage done, and knocks your foes back. The damage increases with your constitution, so no. This is the constitution tree if you haven't noticed. Armor of Shadows. We might use this. Let's check it out. You know how to protect yourself with the deepest shadows. As long as you stand on an unlit tile, you gain 30 armor, 50% armor hardiness, and 20% evasion. Anytime you deal darkness damage, which for us is all the time, you will unlight both the target tile and yours. Passively increases your stealth rating by 30. The armor bonus scales with your constitution. Okay. The only problem I see with this is the unlighting both me and the target. Since we're all AoE, am I not going to be able to see anything? I don't know. I'd have to test that. So if I get this one, it will be the level 42 Prodigy, and then I'll test it off screen. That way, if it doesn't work out, I can basically close down the game without saving it. Aether Permeation, you manifest a thin layer of aether all around you. Any attack passing through it will check arcane resistance instead of the incoming damage resistance. In effect, all of your resistances are equal to 66% of your arcane resistance, which is increased by 20%, and the cap is increased by 10%. So, basically, if you had max arcane resistance, it basically, which is, with the increase, it's like 80%, I think. It would be 66% of that, so like 50 something. Not that great. Arcane Amplification Drone, and some people think this is an active detriment because you can't raise any of your other resistances above 50-ish. Arcane Amplification Drone, this is fun with an Anorithal or really any beam class if you're sitting back beaming things. You create an arcane amplification drone at the selected location for 3 turns. When you cast a spell that damages the drone, it will ripple the damage as 160% arcane damage of the initial hit in radius 4. That's one of the ways I used to increase caster damage, as I would play with the arcane amplification drone. But the main person I ever had it really work awesomely with is the Anorithal. And I was able to use both my own, I think it's called Moonlight Ray, I don't remember, I think it's Moonlight Ray, but I also had a really good lantern with Moonlight Ray on it as well, so it's really nice. Arcane Might. You've learned to harness your latent arcane powers, channeling them through your weapon. This has the following effects. Equipped weapons are treated as having an additional 50% magic modifier. Doesn't really matter for us. The raw physical power is increased. Your raw physical power is increased by 100% of your raw spell power, doesn't matter, and your physical critical chance is increased by your 25% of your bonus spell critical chance, also doesn't matter. Alright, Blighted Summoning. You infuse blighted energies into all of your summons, granting them Bone Shield level 3 and a bonus to spell power equal to your magic. Oh wow, so they did buff this. Okay, cool. Your wilder summons and necrotic minions will gain Special Corrupted Talents level 3. Other summons will gain 10% blight damage conversion, and virulent disease. That's cool. So it gives you a bunch of stuff, even outside of the... I want to look at this, but I can't. Even outside of the extra spells you get. Alright. I don't think it's going to have our Herald on here, though. No, it doesn't. Well, that's okay. But I might actually try this with a Necromancer. The first time I picked this was with the Temporal Warden with his Temporal Hounds, but looks like they don't even have that on here anymore. That's unfortunate. Damn it. I'm trying to get over here so I can see if I'm seeing the whole spell tooltip. Yeah, okay, this is it. I thought maybe I could scroll down. Alright, Cauterize. Your inner flame is strong. Each time that you receive a blow that would kill you, your body is wreathed in flames. The flames will cauterize the wound, fully absorbing all damage done this turn, but they will continue to burn for 8 turns. Each turn, 10% of the damage absorbed will be dealt by the flames. This will bypass resistance and affinity. Warning, this has a 12-turn cooldown. I might get that. I don't know. Ethereal Form. You gain 25% absolute damage resistance. This is new, it looks like. And 25% all damage penetration. Each time you're struck by a weapon, these bonuses are reduced by 5%, but fully recovered after 8 turns. Struck by a weapon, so... So, spells wouldn't count. Additionally, you gain 70% of the highest of... Additionally, you gain 70% of the highest of your magic or dexterity stat as defense. Doesn't really matter to me, but yeah. I'm guessing it's to stop from maybe you avoiding physical weapon attacks. Mystical Cunning. Your study of arcane forces has let you develop a new way of applying your aptitude for trapping and poisoning. You gain 1 mastery in the cunning poisons and cunning trapping talent trees. Your Venomous Strike talent is reduced. Yeah, that's not for us. We're not a trapper. Revisionist History. You can now control the recent past. Upon using this Prodigy, you gain a temporal effect for 20 turns. While this effect holds, you can use the Prodigy again to rewrite history. The Prodigy splits the timeline. Attempting to use another spell that also splits the timeline while this effect is active will be unsuccessful. So basically, you can play for 20 turns and then reset those 20 turns to try again, I'm guessing. That's what it sounds like anyway. Temporal form. You can wrap temporal threads around you, assuming the form of a Tel-Yugaroth for 10 turns. While in this form, you gain pinning, bleeding, blindness, and stun immunity, 30% temporal resistance, and your temporal damage bonus is set to your current highest damage bonus plus 30%. 50% of the damage you deal becomes temporal, and you gain 20% temporal resistance penetration. You also are able to cast the normal anomalies that a Paradox Mage can. That actually might be decent, because we already do temporal damage, right? So, I mean, it doesn't matter that we already do temporal damage because it switches you to temporal damage, but it would switch our darkness damage that we do, half of our darkness damage, to temporal. So basically we'd be doing 3/4 of our damage as temporal instead of darkness for those 8 turns or 10 turns. But it's only got a 30% uptime. I don't really like that. Alright, Draconic Will. Your body is like that of a drake, easily resisting detrimental effects. For 5 turns, no detrimental effects may target you. I don't like that because you got to use it beforehand. So, yeah, you have to know exactly when the AI is going to use a detrimental effect on you, which isn't possible. Garkul's Spirit is with you. You now deal 1,000% more damage to constructs and 20% more damage to humanoids and giants. Good if you're going after automaton. Your hidden resources. You focus your mind on the task at hand, regardless of how dire the situation is. For 5 turns, none of your talents use any resources. I don't know how that interacts with chaos or insanity, so we're not going to use it. Every day is your lucky day. You gain a permanent 40 plus 40 luck bonus and 10% to move out of the way of every attack. So 10% avoidance, maybe. Be decent, I guess. Mental Tyranny. Transcend the physical and rule over all with an iron will. While this sustain is active, 33% of your damage is converted to mind damage. Additionally, you gain 30% mind resistance penetration and plus 10% mind damage. We don't need that. Meteoric Crash. Let's see if they've upgraded this. When casting damaging spells or mind attacks, the release of your willpower can call forth a meteor to crash down near your foes. The meteor deals 137 fire damage and 165 physical damage in a radius 2 and stuns enemies for 3 turns. Lava is created in radius 3 around the impact, dealing 75 fire damage per turn for 8 turns. This will overwrite tiles that already have modified terrain. You and your allies take no damage from either effect. That's good. It used to kill your summons, I'm almost 100% sure, on a summoner. Additionally, your fire damage bonus and resistance penetration is set to your current highest damage bonus and resistance penetration. This applies to all fire damage you deal. Oh, nice. Is there anybody that does split damage, fire, physical? I know Volcano does, but I don't think that's a skill that people get normally. This might actually be good for a Doombringer or a Demonologist, because you do a lot of fire damage, but you're mostly a physical damage dealing class. Maybe. But you'd be giving up some really good, like, Arcane Might, and I Can Carry the World. Range Amplification Drone. Activate a special focusing device that extends all your range spells and psionic powers range by 3. The use of this device is very strenuous, increasing fatigue by 20% while active. Wow. That would be really nice for the Doomed. I remember the fatigue being much worse while using that. Or the cost to using it being much worse. Alright, spell feedback. Your will is a shield against assaults from crazed arcane users. Each time that you take damage from a spell, you punish the spellcaster with 47 mind damage. Also, they will suffer a 35% spell failure chance with duration equal to the cooldown of the spell they used on you. No, that's no good. I mean, it might be decent if it had no cooldown, but it's got a 9-turn cooldown, so... Your will is so strong that you simply ignore mental effects against you. This effect can only occur once every 5 turns. Now, this one's actually good, as opposed to Draconic Will, because it happens without you doing anything. Like, if you get confused, nope, you're not confused. But then it's got a 5-turn cooldown. Alright, Adept. Your talent masteries are increased by 0.3. Note that many talents will not benefit from this increase. Yes, of course not. I might check that one out. I want to see how much it affects Cacophony and Dark Whispers. Well, not really Dark Whispers, but Cacophony. And I might grab that one. I like that. Elemental Surge. Surround yourself with an elemental aura that stores damage. Deal whenever you have stored 400 damage of one type. You unleash a powerful blast at a random enemy, dealing 155 damage of that type in a radius 3 and granting you one of the following effects. So we would be Temporal or Darkness, which is none of them. So let's check out Endless Woes. This is ours. Surround yourself, blah, 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 blah. 150, same thing, but let's see what the extra ones are. Reduces damage dealt by 11% for 5 turns, or slows global action speed by 15%. No, that's terrible. I want neither of those. Boo. Eye of the Tiger. This one might be nice. All steam tech... Or no, which one is ours? All spell criticals reduce the remaining cooldown of a random spell, corruption, celestial, or chronomancy talent by 2. So, if we get a critical with Dark Whispers, I don't think it can reset itself. Yeah, it cannot affect the talent that triggers it. But it would be able to let us get off more Cacophonies. This might be what we're getting. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. How about that? Rakshar's Cunning. Set up some cunning contingency plans in case of death. If you die, you will have the option to raise back from the dead once, but at the cost of becoming a ghoul or a skeleton at random. When rising this way, you will lose access to your racial tree, if any, get refunded for half the points you spent in it, and gain access to the ghoul or skeleton racial tree. As undead are not able to use infusions, you will lose any that you may have upon turning. That's not very good. You have obtained the 3 parts of the Staff of Telos and studied them carefully. You believe that you can merge them back into a single highly potent staff. It is good, but late game random artifact staves can be better. So, don't bother with it. Tricks of the Trade. You have friends in low places and have learned some underhanded tricks. Gain 0.2 category mastery to the Cunning Stealth category, or unlock it if you have the tree and it is locked, and either gain 0.1 to the Cunning Scoundrel category, or learn and unlock the category for 0.9 if you lack it. Additionally, all of your damage penalties from invisibility are permanently halved. This seems terrible. It seems just much worse than Adept, unless you specifically are going for like a Berserker or something and you want the Scoundrel and Stealth tree for some reason. Yeah, definitely wouldn't use it on a rogue of any kind, or Shadowblade. Tricky defenses. You are full of tricks and surprises. Your anti-magic shield can absorb 27% more damage. This increases with your cunning. And then Worldly Knowledge, it just lets you gain 5 Worldly Knowledge. Gain 5 generic talent points and learn a new talent category from one of the below at 1.0 mastery unlocked. Group 1 categories are available to anyone. Group 2 are available only to people without any spells or runes. And Group 3 are not available to followers of Ziggur. Alright, so Group 3 is what we would have. Divination, no. Staff Combat and Stone Alchemy, no. Vile Life, no. Hexes, no. Curses, no. Chants, those are okay. And then Chronomancy is okay. But we don't want that. We don't need any of those. And then Conditioning, Survival, and Harmony. No, we don't need any of those either. Alright, so Prodigies. What are we going to get? Probably just Cauterize for now. Yeah, keep us alive until level 42. Which is when I'll probably get Eye of the Tiger. But like I said, I will test out Adept to see how much of an increase we get on that. It might be worth it for if it works on, if a bunch of our stuff can take advantage of the increased mastery. Alright, we are dazed. Let's put our From Below It Devourers over there. Shoot. Let's teleport away. He rushing clawed us. So let's put him up there. We got our Entropic Maw. What does that do again? Taunts our enemy. Good. Keep him over there with Black Hole. Getting shot again. Let's Essence Reeve this dude. And it killed him. Awesome. Alright, that's where we're going to leave it off for today. Holy shoot, that took a lot of time to go through the Prodigies. Okay, so we picked Cauterize, and we will go on with Daikara on the next episode. So, If you like what you see, please leave a like or comment below. Subscribe too if you like it. I don't know. But yeah, that's my mama. Take it easy.